Okay, today we're just going to personalize using vinyl, 651 permanent vinyl. I'm going to personalize these chalkboards as a gift. So you can find these at the Michael's, the dollar sections, and Target is where I got these. I put these two aside. And then these liquid markers also work wonderful on these chalkboards if you're thinking about doing it for a gift. I just bought a 4-pack on Amazon, a couple bucks each, and I attach it with the chalkboard. You need a measuring tape, you need your weeding tool, you need your tool so you can flatten and press, and for your transfer tape, and then probably your scissors. So I measured this, it's about 10 inches or so. I made my letters about 8 inches wide and about 1.5 inches tall. So it gives me about 1 inch on each side. I'm gonna push this aside. I've already measured. I've already cut using the Cricut, but whatever you cut with, you can use Silhouette, whatever. And I'm gonna transfer the name of this person, the shillings, onto this chalkboard so I can give it to them as a little gift. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to weed anything, like if there's any O's in the middle, any letters that have anything I don't want to come off my transfer tape. This name actually has no weeding. That is very, very unusual. You need transfer tape, so I'm using a roll that I've just cut a little piece off of. I measured it just slightly bigger than my words. So this is about 9 inches. I like to have a little extra on both sides. You can get Cricut brand, which is very sticky. I like this brand. Sometimes it can be stubborn, but hopefully not today. So I'm going to attach it, make sure there's no bubbles in there, and this is where your little handy tool comes in. You need to press hard. Some people use a credit card. This is just one of the Cricut tools. There are multiple tools out there for doing this. I press hard at all angles. Sometimes you need to do this 3 and 4 times. So let's see what my luck is. I pull a little corner of it up, and it's looking like it's coming up nicely. I do it on the slower side, so I make sure I don't rip any of my letters. Sometimes the extra tape comes up, but that's why I've got this easy weeding tool. I can pull it right out. So there's my I'm pulling up shillings now. Let's take it a little bit with it. You can do this at the end. I like to do it as I go. A little stubborn piece here. This is the way it always is with vinyl. Like I said, I think I said this is 651 vinyl, so this will be permanent vinyl. Helping this up a little bit. This is one of those square sheets I used because it fits the mats, the sticky mats perfectly. And I want to make sure I got the apostrophe and any other little pieces like your eyes and stuff sometimes come up harder. So I don't need this anymore. My scrap, I'll cut it off and I'll use the rest of my white for scraps later. I'm done with my weeding tool. This you're gonna need, it's gonna come in handy in a few minutes. Let me just stick my mat aside, break out my chalkboard, how I wanna personalize it. I know this is about 8 inches wide, and I'm gonna give myself about 1 inch on each side. I'm gonna go as close as I can to the top. Make sure it's nice and even. Okay, now that it's down, I'm just going to scrape it a few times, make sure it stays. Rub it a few times. And it should be permanently on my board after this. I did clean the board off too before I did this as well. I just wiped it down, make sure there's no dust particles or anything. It's coming off nicely. Going a little bit on the slower side to make sure that none of my letters definitely come off, which I could rub down. And if there's any bubbles, I could use the scraper tool to get those bubbles down as well. And I could reuse the scrap if I want to. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not. I'm just gonna go over it. I don't see any bubbles. I think it came out nicely. And it is on there nice and permanently with their name on it. Now I can attach the string to it and their little chalkboard piece and give it as a nice gift. And it's done.